G'day folks, and welcome to World of Warships with the magnificent Margon. Well, it is that time again. Now, I have recently unlocked the Fuso Tier 6 Battleship for Japan. Now, I was always a little bit sort of skeptical about this ship. Now, the Congo was a very nice maneuverable battleship, so it was quite nice. Here's the Congo here. As you can see, a bit more slimmer, probably a bit more lighter in that regard, and not quite as long and bulky. Now, the one thing to keep in mind, the Fuso is actually based off the Congo class battle cruiser design. If you look, they are very similar in their designs. The only difference really being is the Fuso went under quite a lot of upgrades over its time of existence. Now, I haven't actually upgraded everything fully on my Fuso as of yet, which might be an idea. Like, I've played some pretty good, amazing battles. Why not? Let's just arm it up. Let's just stick it on. Haven't got quite enough. I don't really want to use my free XP on things like that, which is fine. It's my choice. It's my ship. Now, I am looking at probably putting damage control systems on, just to get down the flooding and recovery, because this ship does go under quite strenuous fire and, well, not fire, but flooding problems. Turning gears and modification, yeah, I am an R about that one. It probably is worthwhile on this. I don't know which would be better between damage control systems and steering gear modification to increase your rudder shift times. So you're taking 20% off the rudder shift times, so you can get around faster to turn faster. That could be a plausible advantage to this ship. As you can see, I have got the modification 1, so it's minus a chance, 20% chance of magazine detonation, 20% chance of critical damage to the battery, and minus 20% to the repair time of the batteries if they get knocked out for whatever reason. Along with it, I've actually increased the main battery's firing accuracy. I feel that this is probably the best option. I looked at battery modification 2, thinking, yeah, okay, the aiming speed and the loading time might be a little bit better to have. But because the Fuso's guns are so powerful in themselves already, I didn't really feel it's a necessary thing. Secondary batteries, yeah, it might have been alright, but I don't get into the secondary batteries too much. Damage control systems modification 1 is always the one I seem to be going with. I feel that propulsion modification, yeah, and steering modification, yeah, well, you know what? If I lose my engine, so be it. That's my own problems and things like that. That's how I look at it. Whereas I would prefer to have a minus 3% chance of flooding and a minus 5% chance of catching on fire over protecting the other modifications, or repair times, taking them off, those sort of things. It sort of seems redundant. I don't feel at the moment with these damage models I require that. I have noticed that when people find AP, it doesn't do exactly damage to modulars, it just does critical damage to your ship and things. But HE, however, as we all know, HE is a godsend. Now, I have recorded a battle on my Fuso where I had both Show and Kaz playing. Complete disaster. I'm not going to upload that one, but that's the way it goes. What else is there? Well, I will be, after this battle, unlocking the upgrade modular for fire range, increase in firing range. That will be done pretty well probably after this battle that we're about to jump into. Commander wise, I have basically gone with pretty well all the gun stuff, the basic fire training, the aiming experts, and the defensive fire. I find that the AA power, and it has come in handy on that battle I was talking about with Show and Kaz, I actually shot down 15 planes. Now that just shows how powerful this can actually be. Next modification I am aiming for is advanced fire training, which gives you, as you can see there, plus 20% to secondary armament and attack distance, along with 20% to AA engagement, area radius, as well as plus 10% distance to of destroyer main armament. But this is not a destroyer, this is a battleship, so it probably doesn't really help in that regard. Otherwise, I was sort of a pyromania. 5% chance to fire, but I probably won't. Once I have probably unlocked that one, I will be going down and getting the repairs unlocked and things like that as I require and need to. Increasing the repair time and things like that would be a godsend on this ship at times, along with future ships that I will unlock. Right, so from there, I guess that's all I can really say at the moment. Really, this is actually not a bad ship, all in all. Like, as a stock ship, as you saw, I only had the hull upgrade and I've played quite well already. I've just upgraded the gun. Let's get this battle going. It feels like a really good ship and a great ship. And I am enjoying playing the ship. Now, I know that within the next week or so, I should say, we probably will find a new patch will come out, which will be evolving a whole range of different things. Now, I get this map regularly. I hate this map. To be perfectly honest, North is just one of those maps I just feel doesn't work for me as well as I would like it to. Don't know why. That just seems to always be a hassle. Now we have got tier 8 some versing, so I have to play this probably a little bit more cautiously. Much as a few. Oh, there's tier 9 there. Ooh, there's tier 9 both teams. That's a bugger. So it's tier 9. There you go. Mostly tier 8s in this battle. Now I feel probably for me heading over to the 8, 9, 10 area is probably where I want to start. So I'm going to get up to this island that's dead in front of me basically, probably pull round to the side of it, and maybe circle back around past the little islands, sort of do a bit of a snake around basically, in my opinion. Now, if you know much about the Fuso, the Fuso is actually a fairly interesting ship in itself. Built in the 1914s, saw both theatres of war basically. Initially it was a patrol, used as a patrol sort of vessel, patrolling the Chinese coast, or the coast of China, but played no real major role in World War One. So it was around, but it just sort of was there. In 1923, she did assist in the Kento earthquakes, which in itself is quite good. Like how it's supported, will probably just sent in supplies and all those other wonderful things that you've got to try and do to help out your people. And 16 kilometers, I'm going to aim for about there. I'm going full speed. Oh, I don't know where those shells are going, but here comes the rain of fire. What are those shells coming in? Whatever comes to me, I probably deserve. I know, I deserve it. But it could have been worse. Now there is a destroyer over there. The destroyer has actually popped a smoke screen up. How nice is that destroyer popping a smoke screen? More shells coming in. That's just, look at that. There's just shell after shell after shell, and I probably are in a very poor position for me. I will use my repair just to keep my health up there a little bit higher. Fire out, that destroyer is just spotting me, and this is the problem. I can't see them. They're not very good shots. Oh, that one is. So two there again. I need to get this ship moving. Get it out of here. Now there's a battleship. Which way is he travelling? He's travelling down about here. Not a very accurate, probably shell shot, but we'll just take it as it leaves. It is hard. I find it very hard at range to actually hit targets. Always have. As you can see, my shells are fairly accurate when ranging in. Now, we've got a Cleveland around the side here, and we've got a... Oh, our destroyer's falling back. So, I'm actually probably not going to take too many chances. I'm going to send my spy plane up, just in case there's other things around. The Cleveland is 13 k's out, which is pretty nice in itself. Still getting ranged on. 13 k's. So, as soon as I get around this headland, this could be lots of fun. Oh, are you kidding me? Come on, Destroyer, I need you to spot him for me. He's running for it. He's running for it. He probably knows he's in a lot of trouble. I think he's actually going to run aground by the way it looks on the map. He might actually hit the island in front of him. If he does, this could be really cool or really bad. Now I have it HE's loaded up, which is probably my bad. I should have checked that earlier in the battle. And... has he run aground? Yes, he has. Here we go. First round of volleys, straight on target, basically, this should be. And hopefully I can get another round off into the sky. Look at that, critical damage, on fire. And that's all I need to do. And I damaged the gun too, so he's probably using a repair right now. He's reversing his ship. He knows he's in trouble. I've got 10 seconds. Can I get another volley off? Oh, there you go. There's a nice one from our battle cruiser. Looks like he's about to try and go forward again. So, 8 kilometers there. Here we go. This will probably be the finishing blow. Look at those shells, all on target nicely, and he is down. And he's fired at me, clipped the back of me, and I'm going to now use this destroyer's smokescreen to hook around and quite possibly sort of disappear into it a little bit. Except it's all sort of dispersing out a little bit. He's going to run into me, isn't he? Let's see if I can help him and turn my ship slightly. Now there probably is a battlecruiser coming over this way. I must keep that in mind. Oh, little destroyer. I'm trying to look after you, buddy. I am. Oh, and I think he just nicked me then. So hopefully he zips off ahead and lets me know what I've got to face up the front here. Now what have I got behind me? I got a Margie behind me. Now the Margie is, I'm pretty sure, a tier higher than me? 2 tiers higher than me. There's the first spy plane. Now I'm not going to use my repair again. I'm going to leave my repair where it is. I don't need it as such. It's not really required at this point in time. No, I won't be able to hit that destroyer. There's the battleship. Now he's still coming for us, which is probably good and bad at the same time. So I'm going to say on 3/4. I want this Margie to take a bit more of a role now. We've both worked really well together. 13 kilometers. What are we coming out to spy? So I need the Margie to really get up here and play a role in this theatre match, basically. Oh, a Citadel hit. That's a nice one. That's nice. When you get a Citadel, 4 good hits like that, that's nice. And that's what I mean. This is why I've done the accuracy modification. I believe that having a little bit more accuracy is probably a little bit nicer now. My rear guns have started to come out of range because of the way he is. Now, he is turning. If I aim for about there, we might come in luck. He might actually turn into my shells. No, he swung a little bit wider than I was hoping. I got 1 hit. 1 hit's not too bad. I can deal with that. This guy's running. He is running. So I'm going to open up the engines full and go in. Other interesting notes about this ship. During 1930 to 35, it had an upgrade, and then again during about there, 1937 and 1941, it also got improvements on her armor and things like that. There goes that battleship, which in itself it does. You can sort of feel that is the case with this ship. It did get quite a big buff up, and I noticed that when I upgraded from the first hull to the second hull, which I believe is the 1937 hull, there is a big change in the armor, and it does get a little bit more bulky to it, and it does. And I'm actually able to take probably a few more torpedoes than I did in stock. Outside of that, realistically, in World War II, it played an auxiliary role, so it wasn't actually in a major position. It's sort of doing what I'm doing at the moment. I'm playing a very much a support role for particularly this Amagi. Let's go for that there. And that's what this ship did. Oh, that destroyer. That poor destroyer, if he gets hit with my shells because he's run into that ship. Oh, just 5 ships on something. Looks like just the battle cruiser. That's nice. That's a good start. I like that. 7 seconds. We'll aim up here again. Now, he is turning. Yes. Fire here. No, they're going to just miss him. Just miss him. No, maybe not. Oh, just missed him. Just missed him. Look at those. The destroyer's shooting torpedoes in on him. But I think the worst thing about this ship was in 1944, the real shame and pity of it was the fact that it did get torpedoed in the Battle of Seguria, I believe it's pronounced, on October the 25th. Now, basically, only 10 of its crew survived after that torpedo attack, which is, yeah, it's a real shame for a ship that played not as major role as what it could. This is a very nice ship in itself. I'm actually concerned there's a destroyer somewhere out in dead ahead of me. You know, I'm going to rearm torpedoes. I still believe there's somewhere in that fog there is a hiding destroyer. Unless it's a destroyer that's down the south there, but there's 2 destroyers, and I still believe there's 1 destroyer hiding in this fog somewhere. Where is he? So yeah, basically reports did say that the ship did take about an hour to sink. There he is. I told you he was still hiding in the fog, but he's well and truly out of my way, so I might as well go towards the cap circle now. I'm not going to worry too much about the destroyer. I'm going to reload now AP rounds while I sail up, just to be able to take on the oh, wrong button, the New Orleans when he comes into range, basically. So yeah, and they said it cracked in half, and then other reports say it didn't. It just took on flooding and took 40 minutes to sink. So either way, the Fuso didn't really serve much of a major role in the theatre of war. You know, I'm going to take a pot shot just here. Got plenty of time. I'll be able to reload it. Oh, no, the destroyer's going a little bit too quick. That's a shame. That's a damn shame. But the New Orleans has come into range at 19 kilometers. I'd rather get a little bit closer. I feel I need to get a little bit closer. Just a little bit closer. So I'll just keep going straight. But the way it looks, we probably are going to cap out, which is sort of a bit of a shame to finish this battle. It's been a bit of a slack battle, in my opinion. But you know what? You can't have everything. This in itself is an amazing battleship. I've had some pretty shocking battles in it, where I've been left by myself with no support, but this one here, I think just having that destroyer and the Amagi with me backing each other up did give a great support. And going around the long way there, this is the first time I've ever been around that side, and I was sort of forced to go around that side, so it's just one of those things that happens. 2000 XP, 143,000 credits, and I actually think that's not too bad. About 8th in experience, pretty acceptable in my opinion. Seeing as I didn't play as much a road, like you got a road role, I was just there for the ride, basically. So yeah, that is pretty well the Fuso. It is a nice ship. It can be played better, and you can have a lot more better situations in it than just that. Otherwise, I feel that this ship in itself is pretty damn impressive. I'm actually very happy with the way it responds and reacts. Oh, are you kidding me? Like 1,000 credits off, 700 credits off actually getting the fourth piece on it. That's a damn shame. So yeah, that's the Fuso, guys. Look, I really feel in this thing you've got to be pre-predicting play a lot more. Now, when you're versing aircraft carriers, or aircraft in general, you've really got to be watching the way they're coming in and predict which way they're going to go, and hopefully the aircraft carrier guy is not paying attention to what you're doing properly, and did what he did earlier when I was playing with Show and Kaz, where he actually launched his torpedoes while I was turning, and I was able to avoid them. And that's what you've got to be doing. You've got to really have map awareness. Like in World of Tanks, map awareness is the key for a heavy tank. World of Warships, it's even more key. Aircraft carriers can be quite frightening and can be very dangerous in themselves. And if you're not paying attention, you can get yourself into a lot of trouble. These things are not like the artillery in World of Tanks. The payload, like 2 of these bombers crews can generally sink most cruisers and potentially even sink a battleship if they get through with enough of their planes. So I do strongly recommend watching and paying attention. This thing is slow to move and slow to maneuver and slow to turn. So if you're not reacting and you're not responding before the incident occurs, you will be shot down. Now, it doesn't matter which way you turn, as long as you start turning when the bombers are starting to come into range. Because if they come and bomb from the rear of you, at least you're turning in a direction. And if you've got to sail with the torpedoes for the 8 kilometers that they have, or the 6 kilometer range that they have, depending upon what torpedoes they are, you have to just sail with them, and you have to put up with the fact that you're going to be pretty well a sitting duck. The worst thing is if the torpedo bomber aircraft carrier guy is got 2 squadrons on you and he launches one from one way and one from the other, you're just going to have to deal with it. It is very hard to avoid good aircraft carrier players, and there are quite a few out there. You're relying on basically your cruisers and other ships to be alongside with you to protect you, and hopefully shoot down as many of them. Earlier in the evening, Kaz and I were both in our cruisers, and what we found with our cruisers was, well, I was actually in my Fuso, he was in his Cleveland, and because he was there and there was another battleship, the bombers that were coming in looked at it, and the guy obviously thought, I'm going to get shot down before I even get to torpedo bombing this, because we were so close together, our AA would have been able to shoot him. And that's the difference. If you've got division mates with you, or you decide really that you need to stick beside these guys to protect them, like I have been doing, because battleships are generally the key, and most of the battles they do hit hard and they do take things out. It is worthwhile doing. So guys, look, battleships, protect them and predict. You're playing a game of chess with these things. It's a matter of taking that next step and making sure you do the right things. But guys, taking all those simple steps into play, I know I haven't really shown you a battle avoiding torpedoes, but there will be live battles that I will upload in World of Warships on my page for you guys to actually see me avoiding torpedoes and what I talk about in predicting, and hopefully that will give you a better understanding about how this ship works. But outside that, guys, look, there are other people who've done reviews on the Fuso. I think the Fuso is actually amazing. I really found it hard building my way up through the battleships on the Japanese side, and now I have got to the Fuso, and the Fuso is amazing. The Congo is brilliant. Once you get this thing upgraded, this thing is a dangerous thing in itself, and then when you get this Fuso upgrade, man, you just watch out. Things get scary. It's 1943 to correct myself. Guys, if you have liked this, please hit the like button. Lets me know whether I'm doing a great job or not. Along with subscribing to my channel if you're interested in seeing more World of Warships. There's a heap of World of Tanks stuff there that I've uploaded too, so you're more than welcome to watch that stuff as well. It is there for your enjoyment. I only do this because I enjoy playing games and I want to share my enjoyment with you guys. So that's the whole point of me doing what I'm doing, showing off what I do. Otherwise, there is my Facebook page. I do post up there ridiculous matchmaking like I did earlier. I posted on my Facebook page where I was in my Pensacola, and there was 3 Yamatos on the enemy team, and we had 1. Yeah. Who won that one? Surprisingly, my team won that, only due to the fact that we capped out and destroyed one of the Yamatos. Yeah, that's stealing victory from the clutches. Not only did we do that, but most of our team survived. We had 2 ships destroyed, and probably most of their team was destroyed. I think there was only 2 Yamatos and 2 other ships left after that battle. So that was actually a very good battle. So I did post the picture of the loading screen of that, and you sit there and go, wow, matchmaking, you just wanted to punch me in the face and see if we could win. And it's exactly what the outcome was. Outside of that, guys, join me on all my social media pages. Happy hunting, and I'll catch you on those seas.